Every single team in the NFL has a logo. It is the symbol that represents the team and the city. And through the years, teams have made several changes to their logo, except the Texans. Some logos were cool, but others were just awful. In this video, in case you haven't read the title for some reason, we're just going to focus on the awful logos. I picked these logos based on design and how well it represents the city. This only includes primary and alternate logos. Shout out to sportslogos.net, by the way, the website I used to find these logos. You should check it out. It's a really cool website. With that being said, let's take a look at every NFL team's worst logo. Arizona Cardinals, 1960 to 1961 primary logo. Back when the Cardinals were in St. Louis, they used this logo from 1960 to 1961. A cardinal running with a football into the end zone under the goalposts. This just looks terrible. The cardinal looks like he's seen some shit, man. And I don't like the way the goalposts and field are drawn. They look cropped. I hate that. Thankfully, this logo didn't last for very long. The Cardinals used this logo for only 1 year. They stopped using this logo in 1961, and they changed it to this. Atlanta Falcons, 1998 to 2002 alternate logo. The Falcons, in my opinion, never had a bad logo. It's always been a falcon forming an F. I love the first one and the second one. The third one looks freaking awesome. The second one is basically the first one, but with a black outline. Now imagine that logo with a big-ass red A on it. You get this. I mean, it's not a bad logo for their worst one. It could have been worse. Hey man, I gotta say, this logo is decent AF. Okay, moving on. Baltimore Ravens, 1999 to present alternate logo. The Ravens, in my opinion, are another team that doesn't have a bad logo. The 1996 to 1998 one is not bad, and the one they use now is pretty cool. And they don't even have any bad alternate logos either. These 6 logos look pretty good in my opinion. But this one is it's just a B. What can I say? It's just a B. Not bad though, but it's just a B. Let's move on. Buffalo Bills, 1965 to 1969 alternate logo. From 1970 to 1973, the Buffalo Bills used this logo as their primary. A red silhouette of a buffalo, and Buddy is looking pretty depressed. The Bills actually used this logo as an alternate from 1962 to 1969. It was on their helmet too. And during that time period, the Bills also had this alternate logo. Well, why did you add a player there? Was that really necessary? Man, this looks ridiculous. Carolina Panthers, 2012 to present alternate logo. This is one of the Panthers' alternate logos, just the face of the panther without the base. Not bad for their worst logo. There's also another variation of this logo used from 1995 to 2011 with more details. Chicago Bears, 1962 to 1973 primary logo. It's just a white C. Cincinnati Bengals, 1968 to 1969 primary logo. This was the Bengals' first logo used from 1968 to 1969. Alright, let's see here. A tiger looking like an absolute creep running with a football, and I guess his helmet came off while running. Yeah, this logo sucks. Next. Cleveland Browns, 1970 to 1985 primary logo. It's just a helmet. Before you guys go off on me in the comment section below saying, "Oh, but it's iconic, the Browns have kept this look for a long time," remember what I said at the beginning of this video? I picked these logos based on design and how well it represents the city, not based on how iconic it is or how long they've kept it. And yeah, some consider the Browns elf logo as one of the worst logos in NFL history, but you know what? I'd rather use that logo over an orange helmet, because at least the elf is not boring as fuck. Like, bro, it's literally just an orange helmet. Like, you couldn't even come up with a C or a B with some cool design. Like, come on. Dallas Cowboys, 1966 to 1969 alternate logo. The Cowboys' current logo is nice. It's simple, the color scheme is great, and it represents the city of Dallas well. But this, what the hell? Okay, so you've got a cowboy with football gear carrying a football and a horse. You're not even using the correct color scheme? What the hell? There's actually another variation of this logo, and in my opinion, it looks better with the correct color scheme. Both of these logos didn't last for too long. The Cowboys stopped using these in 1969 and 1970, and those were their only two alternate logos. Yeah, the Cowboys don't have an alternate logo now, they just only use the primary logo. Denver Broncos, 1962 to 1969 primary logo. Oh my god, look at this one. You got a football player holding a football riding a bucking bronco. Wow, look at the player's face. Yeah, my cleats are digging into this Bronco's back, but I don't care. Yeah, I'm enjoying this. And look at the Bronco. How is he enjoying this? Or is he pretending to be happy? Like, yeah, it's nice to see you're having fun. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, I know this is a helmet logo, but I want you to see this. The Broncos used this helmet from 1962 to 1965. Jesus, look at that Broncos face, man. God, this is awful. The Broncos used this logo for 7 years before they finally got rid of it in 1970. Detroit Lions, 1970 to 1981 alternate logo. This logo is similar to the 1961 to 1969 primary logo they had, reminiscent to an old car emblem. This logo had a lighter blue stripe and lion outline, and the lion is not in the middle for some reason. Ah, poor little fella. Hey man, hey man. It's alright. We'll get another playoff win someday. Green Bay Packers, 1951 to 1955 primary logo. Man, what the heck is this? So you got the word Packers in green with a football behind it in between some like crosses or something. Bro, this looks like it was drawn by a 5-year-old with some oil pastel and some crayons. God, this looks terrible. And this was for the Packers, what the hell? Houston Texans, 2006 to present alternate logo. The Texans have only one primary logo. They've never changed it, and it's not bad. It's pretty good. So I guess the alternate logo is their worst one. It's also not bad. Let's move on. Indianapolis Colts, 1953 to 1960 primary logo. So back when the Colts were in Baltimore, they used this monstrosity as their primary logo from 1953 to 1960. A horse jumping over a goalpost with a football and a helmet with Baltimore Colts around it in a cartoonish font. This horse looks like he broke a leg or two while jumping over this goalpost. He's got a football and a cartoonish helmet as well, and just look at that face. Alright, let's stop looking at this and move on. Jacksonville Jaguars, 1995 to 2012 alternate logo. The Jaguars used this primary logo from 1995 to 2012. Man, I hate it. What the hell is that black pattern on the head? Is that jelly beans? And oh my, the mouth makes me sick. Now imagine that Jaguar, but with an arm. You get this. Bruh, it looks like he's choking an invisible guy. Or he's looking for some ass. Oh, there's also 3 swooshes that show he's moving his arm. Wait a minute. Something seems a bit off here. Hold up. This arm movement looks familiar. This Jaguar is a Chiefs fan. What the hell, dude's a bandwagon. Kansas City Chiefs, 1963 to 1971 primary logo. Why does this exist? An Indian wearing a red loincloth with KC on it, and some pants running with a football and tomahawk across the Midwest. Also, why are Nebraska and Arkansas on this logo? Who made this, and why did they think this was a good idea? This is hideous. Thankfully, they got rid of this logo in 1972 and changed it to the one they still use today. Las Vegas Raiders, 1960 to 1962 primary logo. This was the Raiders' first logo back when they were in Oakland. They used this from 1960 to 1962. Holy shit, this is an abomination. You got a Raider head on a football, and behind it you have 2 crossed swords. So they just decapitated this guy, put him on a football, put 2 swords behind it, and said, "Yep, that's our logo." This just makes me sick. I don't even want to look at this anymore. Next. Los Angeles Chargers, 1974 to 1987 primary logo. This was the Chargers' primary logo from 1974 to 1987 when they were in San Diego. It's their helmet. It's blue, gold with the logo. Yeah. At least it's not the Browns logo. Los Angeles Rams, 1966 to 1982 primary logo. Yes, their current logo sucks. It's pretty hideous. It looks like the logo of a Los Angeles morning news channel. It looks like Internet Explorer. It looks like so many things. Like, I don't understand. They could have just made the alternate logo their primary. It's an actual ram. It doesn't look hideous. Why isn't it the primary logo? But believe it or not, there's a Rams logo that's worse than this. I know. It's hard to believe, but tell me, would you rather have this in 2021 or this in 2021? This thing is an abomination. A white ram head looking gruesome as fuck. Bro, this ram looks dead. Who killed him? By the way, what happened to the yellow horns? Where did those go? Why is it just white now? Alright, let's stop looking at this. Miami Dolphins, 1966 to 1973 primary logo. The Dolphins, in my opinion, are another team that doesn't have a bad logo. So I guess I'll just say the first one was the worst. I gotta say, the face on this dolphin looks funny though. What the hell are you looking at? Minnesota Vikings, 1998 to present alternate logo. Another team that, in my opinion, doesn't have a bad logo. The Minnesota Vikings. Literally, all these logos are not bad, so I guess this V is their worst logo. Yeah, let's move on. New England Patriots, 1960 to 1971 primary logo. This was the Patriots' first logo back when they were the Boston Patriots. The Pat Patriot logo was originally designed as a newspaper cartoon and given to the Pats by the newspaper ahead of the 1960 season. Jesus Christ, this is ugly. My God, don't look at his eyes. Oh look, the designer Phil Bissell actually put his signature on the logo. Wow, he must be really proud. This ugly abomination was used as the primary logo for over 10 years. The Pats would go on to use several variations of this logo, then finally in 1993, they decided to go with a different design. A silver Patriot with a blue hat with a white star and red stripes, which by the way, I really like. I don't know why most people hate this logo. New Orleans Saints, 2009 to present alternate logo. What the fuck is this? Okay, so we got a football player with the biggest chin on God's green earth holding a football. Looking very creepy with the Saints logo next to it. Is that supposed to be a shield? Believe it or not, the Saints still use this logo, and there's actually another variation used from 1967 to 1984. This time the football player's looking less creepy. I still can't believe this exists. New York Giants, 1956 to 1960 primary logo. The New Jersey Football Giants used this primary logo from 1956 to 1960. A giant legless football player who's about to throw a football above Yankee Stadium. Man, he's pretty giant, and he's screaming like he's about to get run over by a car. Man, this looks pretty weird. New York Jets, 2002 to 2005 alternate logo. This logo is a piece of shit. So, like, this is supposed to be an angry face with a mouth that looks like a football. And are those laces supposed to be like a mouthpiece or something? Oh my God, this looks so offensive and horrendous. Moving on. Philadelphia Eagles, 1973 to 1986 primary logo. Oh hey, it's my favorite team. The Eagles are yet another team that, in my opinion, hasn't had a bad logo. Like, these logos are pretty good. So, I guess we'll say this logo is their worst. Yes, another team that used their helmet as their primary logo. Not bad, not good, decent. In my opinion, you can use helmet logos as your primary logo, that's fine, as long as you're not the Browns. Pittsburgh Steelers, 1954 to 1959 alternate logo. From 1954 to 1959, the Pittsburgh Steelers had this alternate logo. A steel worker holding onto a football platform thingy? With a black flag with 1954 in yellow text with Pittsburgh Steelers text around it. Wait. So you're meaning to tell me you used this from 1954 to 1959, keeping 1954 on the flag, you couldn't change the year? They kept a logo meant to last for a year for 5 years, the fuck? San Francisco 49ers, 1946 to 1967 primary logo. Bang Bang Niner Gang. So we got a 49er shooting with some guns looking really pissed off. Damn, who ruined your day? Jeez. For some reason, they kept this logo for over 20 years until they finally got rid of it in 1968. Seattle Seahawks 1976 to 2001 primary logo. This one's easy, bro. I hate this logo. This logo scares me. Every time I see this logo, the Seahawk looks at me in the eyes looking all sad or disappointed with his ugly ass green eye and says to me, "You suck at everything. You will never achieve anything in life. Your parents hate you. You have no friends. You'll end up poor and homeless. You'll die alone and no one will remember you because you're the biggest disgrace to ever step on God's green earth." Sorry. The Seahawks used this logo for over 30 years until they finally decided to update it in 2002. Thank God. Tampa Bay Buccaneers 1976 to 1996 primary logo. This was the Buccaneers' first ever logo, a pirate named Bucko Bruce with a knife in his mouth. Again, for a team's worst logo, it's not bad. I like the color scheme of this logo. Red and orange, it goes well together. This logo is not horrible, but it's not as good as the flag in my opinion. Tennessee Titans 1960 to 1961 primary logo. This was the Titans' first ever logo, back when they were called the Oilers and still in Houston. An oil man with a cowboy hat and boots holding a football, and behind him is an oil field. It's alright, I guess. Not too intimidating or ridiculous. The Oilers used this logo for only 1 year. They changed it to another variation of this logo, this time with a shorter oil field, different colors, and a different hat for the oil man. They used this until 1969. And finally, Washington football team, 1952 to 1959 primary logo. Oh my fucking god. Oh my god. In my opinion, this is the worst logo in NFL history. So, during the times when they were still the Washington Redskins, they've had several logos. They changed their logo 9 times from 1933 to 2019. Some logos were cool, like this 1965 to 1969 one, not bad. Others were trash, like this 1970 to 1971 one, like what the hell? It looks like a kid got the 1972 and 1981 Redskins logo, put it in Microsoft Paint, got rid of the face, painted the circle outline red, and put a big ass R on it. Like what the hell, that logo sucks. But out of all of these logos, none of them were as horrendous and hideous as the 1952 to 1959 logo. My god, this is the worst logo in NFL history. Here it is, folks! Oh my god. Oh, this is disgusting. So the Redskins' new logo in 1952 was a more realistic-looking Native American head with red and yellow feathers and garters and the black hair and brown face. The worst part about this logo is the depth of it. Like, this logo looks like it was photographed with a freaking potato. Like, what the hell? By the way, they made this their primary logo. The main logo. Imagine if they were still using this today. Imagine how this would look on the center of a football field. Imagine how this would look on the players' helmets, on team merchandise, on posters. Like, bro, I can't. I just can't. How did the designer of this logo think this was good? How did this get accepted? Who looked at this logo and said, yep, that's it. That's our logo. That's a masterpiece. Put it everywhere. This is one of the worst logos in NFL history. It's horrendous, and it does not represent the city of Washington well. Oh my god, I can't believe this monstrosity exists. Well, there you have it. Every NFL team's worst logo. What do you guys think? Do you think I'm wrong with some of these team logos? Let me know in the comments below. I'll respond to your comment if I want to. If you made it this far, you're a real one, and I appreciate it. Thanks for watching.